quickly, let's talk about another matter, and that's the Plateau attacks. Plateau attacks. This past weekend, a number of people gathered in the hundreds to be part of the funeral of some people who were gruesomely murdered, allegedly now by herdsmen. And while the funeral procession, while the process, the rites, were on, a number of them again were killed, right in the middle of that. The numbers may vary. We hear 86, here about 200, here 120, whatever. But what matters is that lives were lost while they were mourning, the demise of their relatives, friends, colleagues, people around. Where have we gotten to, Ziggy? Because this is really saddening.
We've reduced our lives to nothing. I don't think we have any value for human existence.
Oh, who are you talking about here?
I'm talking about the beast who kill people. I'm talking about these so-called Boko Haram. These people whose value for life doesn't mean anything to them.
Do you consider that it's the Boko Haram infiltrating these places and killing people?
Whether we are led into knowing those who killed, it doesn't matter here.
Okay, because you mentioned Boko Haram, so I am.
Yeah, they've been raging. They are the group that have been raging. When it comes to this multitude killing, all we refer to most times are being perpetrated by the Boko Haram. But whether Boko Haram as a group or any other group, the issue is that the sanctity of human life should be observed. Life is only given by God. Human beings don't give life. Why killing people in this magnitude? Why even killing a soul? Can you produce a soul? It's so worrisome. When you can't create, you can't make. Why destroying God's thing? Human life is the sanctity of human life should be observed, should be obeyed, because they come from God. Anybody who sheds anybody's blood would not know happiness on earth. And I wonder why some people don't see it as a thing they must observe. Okay? And I've said earlier, the political undertone in this is what I look at. Because each time we are approaching electioneering time, each time we are approaching voting period, this is when we get magnitude of killings everywhere. And it's not good for the country. It's not. If you kill everybody, who will be there?
Okay, let's talk about how to bring justice to bear in this matter. The Christian Association of Nigeria, stakeholders at different levels,
condemn all this. I'm tired of condemning.
Arrest
I don't want to
prosecution.
hear all this condemning. Each time it happens, I condemn. No.
So what would you
Please
expect
step
them to
into
do?
the action. We have agencies.
Okay.
We have people whose responsibility are to really nip all this in the bud, not even before they happen. They should be nipped before they happen.
I know,
but they're not doing it.
Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong has been accused of not doing enough.
It's only Lalong. Some other people have been accused. In Benue, we've had all this. Other states, we've had all this. What do the governors do with the money given to them for security reasons? Let's begin to sing aloud and begin to see why these people are failing in their responsibility. Look, as a governor state, who are you? You are the chief security officer of that state. So when anything happens, security breach, is on you. Okay? And the IG should not give us any excuse. Because in the state where this happened, or in the local where this happened, they have a local government chairman. Sorry, they have a DPO. They have a commissioner of police. They have a DIG. They have other agencies that cover that environment. Should they blame me as an individual who is in Lagos? They should blame people posted to that area to curb the excesses of the people. They should blame people whose responsibility it is to make the people in those areas sleep well.
All right, now,
so when
over time,
at a point like this, when
yes,
they could not contain the activities of these hoodlums, they will fail in their responsibility, and the leadership of that that agency should be removed.
Over time, there have been concerns as to the strengths really of a security apparatus. The manpower, how many people are there, how well equipped are these people to carry out the duties they've been sent to handle. If you put those into consideration,
yes,
what would you say about this matter?
That's right. But those are not excuses. Abosede, if I am drafted to a particular environment and after doing my research, I find out that I need 20 guns, I should request for 20 guns. And if those guns are not given to me, I should shout.
Won't that be termed insubordination?
Insubordination requesting for aids you need to carry out your job.
Because if you think back to when the Boko Haram thing, newly began, and there were attacks almost every day, and we heard reports about security operatives running away from the war front. Eventually, some of them were court-martialed, that they ran away from the face of war. But the complaints they brought up back then, they didn't have enough equipment. But that didn't stop the court-martialing.
Do you know what brought us to this solid state? What brought up to this solid state was because somebody somewhere did not do his job. Somebody somewhere did not rise to the occasion to nip this in the bud. Yusuf was the first person who flew this kite. Mohammed Yusuf. And don't forget, Mohammed Yusuf was even a commissioner in the government of the governor then. What happened? Yusuf was killed in the facilities of the SSS. And that was fueled, and this is what brought us to this sorry state today. So, when Yusuf was killed, who killed Yusuf? Yusuf dies in a facility, being mined by someone. The society we are running, or the system we are running, is what giving rise to all this. Because our society is not foreclosed. Our society is so porous. So somebody is gaining from all these loopholes. When you come to a place where you have lapses, you take advantage of the place if you're a dubious person. And in Nigeria, sorry to say it, so many folks, so many elements here are not being patriotic. What we are having now is an offshoot of people who are so bad in the country, who are not patriotic Nigerians, who gain from chaotic environment, who gain from situations that are this bad. And I tell you, at a point we begin to see that Boko Haram is somebody's enterprise. Somebody is gaining from this, politically, enterprise-wise, and all that. If not, Boko Haram, nobody in global arrangement, nobody decimates security issues. But then it can be brought to a bay. It can be brought to a manageable level.
Right. So how do we now go about bringing this to manageable level? And I'm still concerned the fact that you are particular about the Boko Haram, because we know that in this case, in the case of especially the north central state, it began by saying, okay, it's farmers headers clashes. Over time we've heard, okay, no, there are no clashes between farmers and headers. These are people who some call them militia, some call them herdsmen. They are just different terminologies.
All the farmer herdsmen clash. I've said it on this station and other fora. Look, any issue, any security breach, killings you get in this country are being carried out by the so-called Boko Haram. They are. Let's begin to talk to all these leaders. If somebody is not performing, IGP as we speak is not performing, the president of the country should remove him. We've had a lot of killings. We have enough killings from under IGP's watch, and he's not doing anything. Okay, so the DPO till now has not been removed. It should be shown way out. The deputy, the commissioner of police who oversees there should be shown where. Look, it's because someone is not being punished for breach of work. Nobody is being punished. When anything happens, we commissariat, we are with the family and all that. That's the end. Tomorrow we go our normal business. Let the leaders begin to sit up. Let the leaders Nigeria begins to see reasons to remove people from their positions. If you are not performing, get out.